people during the riots.
It's worse than that. It's in the New York Times. He says, I can't wait to get reelected. That's the headline. I'm going to be a dictator and use executive orders and bypass Congress. He said, I can't wait to get reelected and, quote, bypass Congress. I mean, it's really happening, Jim.
Yes, and this country's going to be in very bad shape as that self-avowed communist. He stopped calling himself a communist under political pressures, bad politics. But he was in his 40s when they were still gathered around him. And he tried to appoint some of them to the government positions, and then the adults around him, although left-wing Democrats say, you don't dare do that. So,
but again, the mega bankers want communism to suck out our wealth. They're exempt from the taxes. Like GE, they transfer it overseas. That's the New World Order plan. Jim, we've only got 2 minutes left. Any new intel on Bilderberg this year and what's on their agenda?
Well, heavily, of course, the economic crisis, and they're going to have problems with Britain. Now, we can't always say great things about Britain, but in this case, starting with Lady Thatcher, they refused to give up the pound in favor of the euro, because Lady Thatcher said she attended one meeting back when she was prime minister, and she refused. She had nothing to say, and they never invited her back. And then they got a trapeze artist from her own party to run against her and defeat her for the job of prime minister. They're that powerful. But I had the pleasure of talking to her informally at a cocktail party at the Press Club about a year later, and I asked her reaction to being denounced by Bilderberg, and she said, she used the word tribute. This is a rough paraphrase, but she said, I consider it tribute to be denounced by Bilderberg, any organization that would take away 1 ounce of sovereignty. We are all far allies. We're part of NATO and other allies. We do not surrender 1 bit of sovereignty to a world government. Not 1 bit.
Amazing. Jim Tucker, we're going to be seeing you in person in Virginia for Bilderberg 2012. I'll be there, and we'll talk to you before then. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, and goodbye. Bye.
Tell you, we really are assembling a dream team of great crew members out there. And I haven't even played on the radio clips of all these amazing reporter contest submissions coming in. And you've got like 6 days or so to get your submission in. Man, a lot of them are impressive. But everybody that's tried has done a great job just by taking action, and you reach out to people on important issues that you're covering. But it's going to be hard to choose the 2 winners. 1 male and 1 female reporter. Guys, what's that URL again for people to see all the submissions, the hundreds of videos? It's Infowars.com. You know what? Just print that out for me so I can give that out to people on air. We link every day to new submissions that are coming in. Here's the deal. We're going to open the phones up right now, again, for first-time callers. And I would like to hear from you. Are you concerned that the Rural Affairs Council, set up by executive order under the Department of Defense and Homeland Security, administered by the military and Homeland Security, with the new Enviro Police, I mean, they're going to come give you fines for dust from hay. This is on record. I'm not joking. And take your property. And you can go, well, Big Pharma next door, Big Agra next door is, you know, got 3 million chickens in there with Lysol over them and chemical waste. And they're like, they're exempt. We're coming on your property without warrants. We're taking whatever we want. I mean, they treat you. They're now armed, by the way. And if they see your child watering the grass, picking strawberries, doing any farm work, it's just dealing with any of the raw materials, from hay to grain to slopping the pigs, that's it. You're in labor violation. You're going to be fined. You're going to go to jail. There's no law, because the laws they pass say the Department of Agriculture is God. Here is the URL, Infowars.com/reporter-contest. So it's Infowars.com/reporter-contest. And don't forget those red links up at the top of Infowars.com. Breaking news, and right next to it, top stories. Key links, because I'm realizing one blind spot listeners pointed out is incredible news just rolls off the site. People don't click on the featured archive. They don't click on the little RSS feed link. It's all there. Everything as it breaks in the RSS feed. You can subscribe to it right there as well. And then right next to it, top stories. So important, those two links. So important, those two links. All right, the toll-free number to join us, 800-259-9231, 800-259-9231. But I think people are starting to realize, wow, Alex Jones wasn't trying to be shocking. No. When I went and witnessed urban warfare drills where the Marines trained to take our guns with role players who say they're from America and trained to put you on your knees and shoot you in the back of the head, and they're training to fight the American militia. And when I saw things like that, you know what? It really changed my perspective. And I've seen a lot more since then. And let me tell you something. It's worse than I'm saying. And the only hope we've got is to really wake up to how crazy stuff is. Get those chills again. I mean, you can just feel that they're getting ready to nuke a city or something. I mean, I used to get chills once a week when I've thought about something and just, danger, Will Robinson. Now it's just like, I mean, it's just, I mean, it's like 6 inches, like, whoa, warn people, whoa. I mean, they're getting everything lined up. The reason they're announcing all this is they're getting all the bureaucrats, all the armed gangs of federal and state and local minions ready and telling them, yeah, we secretly arrest people now. We secretly execute them. We spy on them. Yeah, we take their farms. And everybody stands there at attention, and they're going, okay, we do that now? Everybody's like, yep, we do that now. We arrest people for filming us in public and give them life in prison. The cops are like, okay, all right. They're just getting everybody ready for total war against the American people. And the American people know this. They're buying 5 million guns a month. And they say it's for the government. So no wonder my spidey sense is off the charts right now. We are into hour number 2. Thank you for joining us. Your phone calls are coming up throughout the hour. Then we have Dr. Mercola, always informative, joining us. He's been on with us in years, in the third hour to cover some big breaking news. Health, freedom, you name it. When you see stories like this in MSNBC, Wall Street Journal, Associated Press, and they report it like it's no big deal and cute, it's shocking. And you add it together with everything else that's happening. I've always wanted to tell myself, oh, it's moving incrementally. We'll have time to battle it. We'll have time to reverse it. Well, the globalists know that liberty has grown and the awakening has accelerated to such a great extent that they're going to go ahead and just have to totally take over. That's why they're saying, yeah, we're going to shut down free speech. Yeah, we probably will shut down talk radio. Yeah, we will secretly arrest citizens. Yeah, we do have the CIA watching citizens. And yeah, you know, the smart meters will control what goes on inside your house. That's just the way it is. And you know what? Foreign banks are going to run America. And you are going to pay carbon taxes. And you know what? Family farms are going to get inspected, and we're going to shut you down for no reason and not let your kids do chores. And you know what? We're going to give your kids shots and take their DNA without parental consent, without warrants. I mean, just everywhere. It goes on and on and on. And, you know, I see these articles. This is out of MSNBC. They're very excited. Obama can't hardly wait is the headline. The New York Times examines how Obama is using his executive powers as he faces a Congress blocking many of his initiatives. Oh, and it just goes on to say that he can't wait till he gets reelected. It has the quotes here. So he can do whatever he wants. What do you call that when you do whatever you want? The law, the Constitution says you go to Congress to launch a war. Obama says, not only will I launch a war, which is what Julius Caesar did, it's what Hitler did, it's what dictators do, but I'm going to do it under the UN command. It's even beyond having a dictator. It's a foreign puppet dictator, a viceroy, an imperial legate. A total power puppet. And again, the fact that they're starting to hide all this in plain view means they're getting ready to do it all. I mean, look what they're already doing. I mean, it is Mayday now. I've always said, oh, a few more years, we're building it up. No, I guess we're here. And I mean, let me tell you, to launch all this, they're going to have some false flags. And they're going to be bad. They're going to kill a lot of people. And it's going to be hard to see the killers, the people that did this, who even write memos about how a terror attack will make them look like heroes. That's how dumb they think we are. With the establishment whore media up there going along with the official story and shutting down websites like Infowars.com and you better believe DrudgeReport.com and others when they pull the trigger. The only way to beat this is to admit we have a criminal, foreign banker-run government. Everybody who said I was wrong now admit I was right, that I wasn't radical, I'd studied history, I was correct, and you're going to have to, quote, get radical. You meet radical globalist eugenicists, power grabbers who are involved in a corporate police state internal coup d'etat against the country by being radical. It's not radical. The system tells you it's radical to be into guns. That's just America. They tell you it's radical to be pro-family, or it's radical for the man to be the head of the household when that's what makes women happy to begin with. All the studies show. They tell you that normalcy is radical. Raw milk is radical. Mother's milk is radical and bad. Dirty. But some high fructose corn syrup poison full of mercury and lead is good for your baby. Mercury and lead, good. Mother's milk, bad. Mom, apple pie, blessings, beauty, health, everything good, bad. Everything disease, torture, lying, black uniforms, humiliation, taxes, bureaucracy, good. And now, I mean, I got up this morning, and it was on Infowars.com, and I saw an article one of our writers did about Obama says he can't wait to ignore Congress. And I'm like, oh, did somebody go too far? Because as a head editor of everything, sometimes stuff, every once in a while, is exaggerated. Generally, though, it's worse than what my writers say. Generally, I'm like, listen, this is a lot worse than what you said, okay? I understand it's hard to write how bad it is because it's so incredible. We've got natural gauges in us to not want to believe this, but it's worse than what you wrote here. Will you please add this? But I thought, this just can't be. And I went and read all these White House advisors and pundits and the president going, oh, just don't worry. All those quotes of Obama about, I can't wait. It'd be great if I was a dictator. Similar stuff to Bush, just so long as I'm the dictator. And to crowds, Congress is holding me back, but I don't have the right to do what I want. I wish I could help you. It's their fault. Congress, by the way, is giving him almost everything he wants. And when they don't give him carbon taxes that'll openly shut America down, he just does it himself. Or when they say, hey, we want to launch a war in Libya and put al-Qaeda in charge. We're warmongers like you, but will you just come to us to get authorization? And he's like, no. And they're like, well, why? Because I said so, the UN. See, they just don't like not being at the table. And now he's just saying, look, you don't even count. Kind of like the feds say the states don't count. Oh, there's no states' rights. I don't know why we have states. So I saw the article, and I couldn't believe it. And it blew me away. And then I went and read all the quotes, and it's in the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, MSNBC. MSNBC is very, very excited